like and share. Episode 43, Saint Gregory the Ascetic. Once upon a time, in Egypt, there lived a young boy named Gregory. He came from a wealthy and devout Christian family who wanted him to have a good education and a successful future. They taught him many things, including the art of speaking and medicine, but they also made sure he learned about the church and its teachings. As Gregory grew older, his parents wanted him to get married and settle down like most young people did. But Gregory had a different calling. He felt a deep longing to live a life of prayer, solitude, and devotion to God. He knew that marriage was not for him, and he expressed his decision to his parents. His parents, though disappointed, respected his choice. They took Gregory to Bishop Isaac, who ordained him as a psalter to serve at the altar. Gregory was grateful for the opportunity to serve in the church, but his heart yearned for a life of seclusion and contemplation. Gregory often visited a wise and holy man named Abba Pachomius. He admired the way Abba Pachomius lived and wanted to follow in his footsteps. So, he decided to dedicate his life to God as a monk. To prepare for this new journey, Gregory took a large sum of money from his parents and offered it to Abba Pachomius. He asked him to use the money to build monasteries where people could gather to worship and live in devotion to God. Abba Pachomius accepted the generous offering and used it to fulfill Gregory's wish. Gregory then joined the monastery of Abba Pachomius, where he learned to practice various virtues and disciplines. He spent 13 years there, growing in his faith and deepening his relationship with God. People who saw Gregory were amazed by his pure and virtuous appearance, which seemed to radiate a special kind of goodness. One day, another great saint named Macarius came to visit Abba Pachomius. Gregory felt a strong connection with Saint Macarius and asked for permission to accompany him. Saint Macarius agreed, and Gregory spent 2 years under his guidance, learning even more about the ways of God. After those 2 years, Gregory expressed his desire to live in solitude, away from the monastery. Saint Macarius understood his longing and allowed him to find a place of seclusion. Gregory found a small cave in the mountains, and he made it his home. For 7 years, he lived there, dedicating himself to prayer and contemplation. Twice a year, on Christmas and Easter, Gregory would visit Saint Macarius to seek his guidance and advice. He valued the wisdom of the saint and cherished their meetings. But after 22 years of devoted spiritual struggle, God decided it was time for Gregory to rest. An angel appeared to Gregory and told him that in 3 days, he would depart from this world and enter into eternal peace. Gregory gathered the elders of the desert and bid them farewell. He asked them to remember him in their prayers and to continue their own spiritual journey. The day came when Gregory peacefully left this earthly life, knowing that he had fulfilled his purpose and remained faithful to his calling. The story of Saint Gregory teaches us about the importance of following our hearts and answering God's call. It shows us that sometimes, the path we choose may be different from what others expect, but if it is aligned with our faith and brings us closer to God, it is worth pursuing. Saint Gregory's life of devotion, solitude, and unwavering faith inspires us to seek a deeper connection with God and to find our own unique ways to serve Him. See you again soon. Subscribe, like and share.